Most of our fears and negative thoughts are self-fulfilling if we're not aware of them or face them. I can think back to so many moments in my life that I was feeling very insecure and unlovable, and those feelings caused me to fear abandonment. The funny, not so funny truth about that is because of my inner conflict, I would push the people closest to me away, thus proving to myself that my fears were true. It's an odd thing to realize your own unhealthy cycles, and even more off-putting to try to change them. Throughout my early life, I was taught by others older than me what was scary and what can hurt us, and also how to react to that fear. One of the core things I was taught to fear was my own inner world and my feelings. What a confusing existence that caused. These habits and lessons are still a part of me, but now that I'm an adult, it's my choice to decide what is worth challenging my inner peace. Fear is such a core emotion that we have as humans, going all the way back to the beginning of our time on this planet. As a species, for most of our existence, we've needed to rely on fear to survive, to not get eaten, sick, abandoned by the tribe, or killed by the elements of nature. I recognize that my existence is a much more fortunate one than that of my ancestors, and even some of my current fellow humans. And I also see that I have those core fears within me. The reality of those fears has simply shifted. Choosing to find that perspective gives me the ability to see that most of the things I fear are not going to kill me, only cause me temporary discomfort and pain. This realization has helped me push through fear and prove to myself that I can conquer the conflicts inside of me with bravery. Fear is the root of all of my anxiety and low self-esteem, and I can learn from it to energize change and shift perspective, or I can let it hold me in frozen inaction and negative beliefs about myself and others. It's my choice, and I'm capable of facing that choice over and over again. I'll keep showing up at that table. I'm a very emotional being, and my inner world feels just as real as the one around me. And the perspective that I have can make the people, places, and things look vastly different. So I must be brave enough to change the world inside of me to give new meaning and perspective to the one around me. When you fear something and then it comes true, rather than deciding it proves something or determines your worth, let it instead give you the power to ask what it is within you that allows your worth to be challenged in the first place. Trust your intuition and get ahead of the fear by protecting yourself with love, acceptance, and peace. Remembering that allowing the fear of something to bring you down is a waste of your energy and time. What will happen cannot be predicted, only prepared for. Fear is there for a reason. That reason is to encourage self-awareness. We feel it so we can heal it. I've been working on tapping into the courage within me to push through the fears that I have about myself and others. I've been afraid to tell people how I feel about them. Afraid to set boundaries for myself to have more peace in my life. Afraid to be myself or to be authentic in fear of being rejected. And also just afraid of myself for having thoughts or feelings that I didn't understand. I've proven to myself time and time again that I have a strength within me that I can always tap into. I can be my biggest supporter, and leaning into fear, but still knowing that everything will always be okay, is self-love. I become more and more confident every time I make the choice to keep moving with bravery, even if I'm scared, and not to let the fear steer my actions. Instead, I try to move with peace, awareness of myself, the confidence that I will learn something, and make myself proud for pushing through it. I will always feel fear, but it's what I choose to do with that fear that determines how I will grow. Becoming the master of my inner fears helps me see the world around me get less and less scary.